And I'm Deb McLean. I am the Minuteman Senior Services Dietitian. I've been with them, it's going to be 2 years in November. I can't believe it. It's gone by so fast. And I'm also a senior. Oh, fire. I've been a senior for 11 years. Yeah, so whatever I teach you, I have to follow myself. What do they say? Walk the talk? You know, so whatever I'm teaching you, I'm also doing myself. Okay? So today we're going to talk about the new version of the pyramid. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you remember years ago, we used to follow the food guide pyramid, and I found it, along with others, to be very confusing because it was just really hard to figure out the different levels. So they came up with a brilliant idea, and they decided to make it simpler. Do you ladies want to sit down and grab a chair? Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, yeah, definitely grab the chair. I'm not in Marriott. So I don't have it. I'm going to give you my hands up. Now just read it off the slide. You want to sit down. There you go. I just brought 7 handouts. I'm sorry. Oh, I can hear you. Good shit here. All right, so now the new visual, how we're supposed to eat, is called the My Plate. All right? And if you're looking at My Plate versus the one on the left-hand side, don't you agree it's a little bit more simpler to understand what you're supposed to be eating every day? So the one on the right-hand side is what's called the USDA My Plate. So what is My Plate? We'll see. I don't have my handout, so I'll have to read it this way. So the My Plate, no, I want you to have it. So the okay. All right. So the My Plate illustrates the 5 food groups that are the building blocks for a healthy diet here. And a simple visual reminder to choose a variety of foods throughout the day and throughout the week. It represents what and how much to eat from each food group over the course of the day, whether you eat on a plate, from a bowl, or another way. So the My Plate guideline is to fill half your plate with fruits and vegetables. So if you notice on the left-hand side, you have, actually it's a half the plate, but 1/4 of the vegetables is a little bit bigger than the fruit. Okay? So you want to definitely have more vegetables on that side than your fruit. And then the other side of the plate is 1/4 of the plate is whole grains, and the other side is lean protein. And up in the corner, see that blue circle? That's your dairy. All right, so let's talk about the types of fruit that you need to fill your plate with. So the fruit group includes any fruit, fresh or frozen, or canned, as long as it's in 100% fruit juice. And it may be whole, cut up, or pureed. At least half of the recommended of fruit should be eaten as whole fruit because whole fruit has fiber. So if you like to have juice, just drink it moderately because the juice does have sugar, natural sugar, and it has very little fiber. Part of the choices that you can pick on the fruit side, you can have 1 serving of fruit, or fresh, frozen, 1 medium piece of fruit, a cut up 100% fruit juice, 1 cup of 100% fruit juice, or 1/2 cup of dried fruit. So those are the choices that you can put on that quarter of your plate. Now the benefits of fruit. Eating foods such as fruits that are lower in calories per cup instead of higher calorie foods may help overall intake of calorie. Eating a diet rich in fruits and vegetables is an overall healthy diet, may protect against certain diseases such as heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. Adding fruit can help increase the amount of fiber, vitamin C, and potassium we eat. And these are important nutrients that many people don't get enough of. And potassium is a good fruit if you have hypertension, because potassium works in opposite to sodium. So it's a good fruit to have if you have hypertension or high blood pressure. Then you have...
Is the opposite true? I have hypotension, and should I stay away from potassium?
Low blood sugar, low blood pressure, excuse me. That's a good question, and I'm not really sure about that because I know it just works opposite in sodium.
Okay.
Okay, and that's a tough thing to deal with too. My mom had low blood pressure, and a lot of times she had to be careful when she got up real fast. She had to kind of like wait and see before she took her first step to make sure everything got leveled off in her system.
Yeah.
All right, vegetable group includes vegetables raw or cooked, fresh, frozen, or canned. It also may be whole, cut up, or puree. So, and a little bit about vegetables. Now that we're done with the summertime, did anybody take advantage of the farmer's market? Do you have a farmer's market in your area? Yeah, good. That's the best way to get your vegetables and your fruit because they pick it that morning and they bring it to the market, so you can't get any fresher vegetables and fruit than from the farmer's market. And however, in the wintertime, a lot of our vegetables and fruit come from different countries, from across the United States, and so sometimes by the time it gets to us, it's not as nutritious. So my recommendation is during the wintertime, take advantage of frozen vegetables and frozen fruit. Because what they do with this is they pick it, they flash freeze it, so the nutrition is still in that product. So take advantage of your frozen fruit and your frozen vegetables during the wintertime when you can't get the fresh ones from the farmer's market. Now the serving size for the vegetable is 1 cup of raw or cooked vegetables or vegetable juice. And if you have vegetable juice, like say V8, make sure it's low sodium because those juices in the can, the vegetable juices in the can can be very high in sodium. And then 2 cups of raw leafy salad greens.
Oh.
And it's always good to have a variety because every vegetable has different nutrients in it. So you want to have your dark greens, your reds, your peppers. Also, you could have the white actually has a lot of nutrients too. So cauliflower, onions, carrots are good for beta carotene. So you want to mix up your vegetables so you get all the different nutrients. So the benefits of vegetables. You get to my page here. So dark green, examples of broccoli, spinach, Swiss chard, and collard greens are great sources of iron which support our immune system. Your red and orange vegetables, such as your pumpkin, red peppers, carrots are examples, and they promote eye health and contain potassium to help regulate blood pressure, which we just talked about. Your peas, your beans, your lentils. Examples are black beans, chickpeas, edamame. They're a great source of fiber which helps reduce blood cholesterol and may lower the risk of heart disease. Now your starchy vegetables such as your corn, your plantains, your white potatoes are loaded with essential vitamins and minerals such as vitamin C, B vitamins, potassium, which play a role in everything from bone health to heart function. And then you have your other vegetables, your cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, beets, asparagus. Vegetables that are naturally low in fat and calories make excellent choices for your meals and additional snacks. Grains. Now the grain group is the one that's on the other side of the plate, and that's 1/4 of your serving. And that could include wheat, rice, oats, cornmeal, barley, or other cereal grain. Example, bread, pasta, breakfast cereals, grits, tortillas, popcorn, rice, and oatmeal. And the serving size is 1 slice of bread, a cup of ready-to-eat cereal, and 1/2 cup of cooked rice, cooked pasta, or cooked cereal. And the benefits. of grains. Refined grains have been milled to improve their shelf life. Now, when I say refined grains, that means your white breads, your white rice. So they have been refined, and so a lot of the fiber has been taken out of it. This process removes the nutritious part of the grains, and so they are replaced or enriched with B vitamins and iron. So if you ever notice, if you bought a loaf of white bread, it would say on it, enriched with iron or B vitamins, because in the process of refining it, those nutrients are lost. So B vitamins, which means thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, folate, are essential for a healthy nervous system and helps the body release energy from protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Whole grains contain dietary fiber, which provides a full feeling as well as maintaining proper bowel function. And how to shop for whole grains. So just because the bread is brown does not necessarily mean that it's whole grain. So you have to be a good detective and turn that package around and read the ingredient label. So this ingredient label, the first thing it lists is whole grain flour. So this is a whole grain bread. Or it might say 100% whole wheat, whole grain barley, whole rye. Other examples of whole grains, you have your buckwheat, oatmeal, quinoa. And quinoa is also good for additional protein. Quinoa has a lot of protein. Rolled oats, brown or wild rice. So you want to make most of your grains whole grain. It's okay to have white bread every once in a while, but you want the majority of your breads and your rice whole grains. And then you have your protein group. And when we get older, protein becomes a very important item in our well-being, because a lot of times if you're not getting enough protein, you lose muscle mass. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough protein. And the protein group includes seafood, meat, poultry, eggs, beans, peas, lentils, nuts, seeds, and soy products. And a serving of protein is 1 ounce of meat or poultry or fish. And for a visual to see, usually you get about 3 ounces when you have a meal, and 3 ounces is about the palm of your hand. So you should kind of shoot to get at least 3 ounces of protein when you have a meal. 1/4 cup of cooked beans, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, 1/2 ounce of nuts or seeds, and then 1/4 cup of tofu. Anybody like tofu? Oh, good, good. I'm not a fan of it. I haven't crossed over to that side yet. But I really believe it's how you prepare it, isn't it? You know, it's this, I guess, what you marinate it in, what you put with it. I believe that's a big part of how tofu ends up as a finished product. So the benefits of protein. Proteins function as building blocks for bones, muscles, cartilage, skin, and blood. They are also building blocks for enzymes, hormones, and vitamins. So varying your protein intake can provide your body with a range of nutrients. In addition to B vitamins and iron, magnesium helps build bones and supports muscle function, and zinc, which can support your immune system. EPA and DHA are omega-3 fatty acids found in varying amounts of seafood. So eating 8 ounces per week of seafood may help reduce the risk of heart disease. And also, a good oil to use is olive oil that's high in omega-3 fatty acids. So how to shop for protein. So meat, poultry choices should be lean or low fat, 93% lean ground beef, pork loin, skinless chicken, and then choose seafood options that are higher in healthy fats such as salmon, anchovies, and trout. And there's also options for vegetable protein, which you can get in beans, peas, lentils, nuts, seeds, and soy products. And then lastly, you have the dairy section on the My Plate. So you want to make sure that you are getting enough dairy, which includes your milk, your yogurt, cheese, lactose-free milk, fortified soy milk, and yogurt. And with your dairy, a serving would be equivalent to 1 cup of milk, 1.5 ounces of natural cheese. And you can also get dairy from ice cream, but you have to be careful because it will have a little bit more fat in the product. So ice cream is okay to get some calcium, but you want to make sure that you limit your amount because of the saturated fat.
Does that add what kind of yogurts? Like, like low fat or Greek or regular?
Well, it depends. First of all, it depends on what you like. I have been purchasing Chobani no sugar because I'm trying to stay away from sugar, especially granulated sugar. And so Chobani has a no sugar availability, and it comes in different flavors. Some people like the full fat yogurt. You're going to get your calcium no matter what product you use, and you're also going to get some probiotics in that yogurt. So it definitely depends on your taste. And if you're looking to lower your fat content, then you could pick something that's low fat. I would probably stay away from the yogurt that has the sugar, the fruit sugar on the bottom, because that has a lot of sugar, and I don't think it's necessary. So if you're going to get a yogurt, you want that fruit, put some fresh fruit in it. You throw some blueberries or strawberries or raspberries in your fruit. And that way you're getting less sugar and more fiber.
And definitely stay away from the whipped yogurt. There's like 33 grams of sugar in that.
Oh, you're talking about the ice cream?
No, whipped yogurt.
Oh, okay.
Makes it.
Oh, okay.
It's loaded in sugar.
Yeah, well, that's smart of you to even look at the ingredient label so you realize that particular item is high in sugar. Yeah.
They kefir without sugar. It's very good for baby forever. Kefir without sugar.
Oh, what is it?
Kefir.
Oh, kefir, yeah. And so the benefits of dairy is you're going to get your calcium, and a lot of your dairy products are, supplemented with vitamin D too. And the dairy group is good for building bone and also help prevent the start of osteoporosis in adults. And also, you can get calcium from fortified juices. A lot of your orange juice will say fortified with calcium. And plant-based milks, tahini, and some leafy greens will have calcium in it.
But people want to drink whole milk because lactose. They drink without lactose.
You can get lactose-free milk, and it has the same amount of calcium. It just doesn't have that enzyme lactase, which some people are sensitive to, gives them an upset stomach. So you can buy lactose-free milk. So the takeaway is incorporating a variety of colorful vegetables and fruits into your diet can contribute to overall wellness. And increase whole grain intake by replacing refined grains with whole grains. Fill half your plate with fruits and vegetables, and then the other half with your lean proteins and your seafood. So how I want to finish up today is I want to make the smoothie for you. And the smoothie is going to have a fruit, a vegetable. It's going to have unsweetened almond milk. And it's going to have spinach, a banana. So hopefully, anybody doing smoothies? No. Yeah, it's a great way to get all your key components of the My Plate in one drink. And I'm also going to give you this. I actually used to teach, and there's a great visual on the other side. I used to teach middle school kids on nutrition, and so this is one of the things that I provided for them, and they loved it, because they like to look at things, and it was much easier to follow with this placemat. Whoever else turns in, I have more. Okay. So I'm going to put my gloves on here.
That's a bit. The cereals on there, something good.
And the other thing that is important to think about is adding, I don't know if anybody has arthritis or any of those inflammatory diseases, Crohn's disease. Adding herbs now is been researched to really improve and have an anti-inflammatory effect in your body. So turmeric, cinnamon, ginger are these herbs that you should be adding to your foods daily to help you with chronic inflammation. There's a lot of research out there now that a lot of our problems result in chronic inflammation, and that usually comes from eating a lot of processed foods. So let's put a banana in.
Then horseradish, very good too.
Yeah.
Horseradish and blend with the B12 coefficients.
And do you like in kimchi? Anything that's fermented also?
And salt in cabbage.
Yeah.
There's a special ingredient that good for stomach.
Yeah.
Therefore, the whole system.
Yeah.
Because then there's a lot of special stuff inside.
I do a presentation on anti-inflammatory diets, and I guess the best visual to how to follow an anti-inflammatory diet is the Mediterranean diet. Are you familiar with that? Usually Italians eat a lot of Mediterranean foods such as salmon and lots of vegetables and olive oil, and it even recommends that you could have a glass of wine once in a while, and that could be all part of the Mediterranean diet. And that will also help with anti-inflammatories. But sticking to whole foods is the best way to make sure that you're not causing havoc in your system by eating processed food and foods that causes these inflammations. Okay, little blueberries. Yeah, blueberries are really good for your eyes. And I am going to put a sprinkle of turmeric. Turmeric is kind of like a peppery
Spicy, but you would so better than sauce.
what is it?
The use spicy better than
Oh, absolutely. Spices you can replace instead of using salt.
Yes.
And also, Mrs. Dash now has a lot more flavors than they did years ago if you want to stay away from salt. They have like Cajun, barbecue. So that will also help with flavoring your food without using salt. Now you can use a regular blender. I actually brought a NutriBullet because I have to make a lot sometimes when I do the presentations. So. So you got your fruit, your vegetables, the basket, the water pudding, my drink. And I like using the frozen fruit because that gives it that frothy flavor. You know, it's nice and cold. All right, so you want to try? So I don't want to try.
like 5 ingredients. Banana, black greens, and almond milk.
Yeah, and it's no sugar almond milk, so I want to try to stay away from the sugar.
So why do you use almond milk and not regular powder? They did both.
I'm not a milk drinker, so this is what I had in my fridge.
Okay. I never used. I liked it.
You could use regular milk.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, too, is if you want it sweeter, I know sometimes people like it really sweet. You can add stevia. Stevia is a natural sugar, not sugar. It doesn't have any chemicals in it. So you can put a little stevia in it. But I think what the other thing is, too, you can put a ripe banana. Because as your bananas get ripened, they get sweeter. So you can use a ripened banana. So any questions before?
Yeah. So, it's hard to test. But you can go until they put there I can put there banana like you.
Yeah, you could put ice in it too if you want, but
Yeah.
I think the frozen fruit makes it nice and cold.
It's a little,
Yeah, good. Anybody wants some water?
speaking, it's very careful.
All right, awesome. So, any questions?
Not to see that.
I'll have it. So when I make a skilly, I always put some zebra in it.
And that's great.
There's protein.
Yep. And you're getting also probiotics and calcium. She uses yogurt in her smoothie. So that's another great idea. But if anybody has a computer, you can always Google different recipes, or you can just choose the things that you like. If you like strawberries, you can put strawberries in there.
Whatsoever. Delicious.
All right, good.
So again, no, the cold and nice and tasty.
Yeah.
I am a quite hell. Yeah, I'd say what's that? You went now, like, you know, this, she wants for force, or then I thought it's weird. I completely like a survived. We have to just, or to why I'm going to say, in the morning, and my dairy, so I should not be happy in dairy, so, you know, let's say,
Oh, no. This is, 3 meals a day. Oh, what we don't want to shoot for.
okay, it was a day, okay.
All right. Do you want some more?
You find those things housing, and I said that.
Yeah, and for breakfast, you just have to pick a couple of things. I know people don't eat vegetables for breakfast, so sometimes I do.
Some real layers do.
Yeah.
I have a question about the grains. So, wait, I usually have 2 vegetables and protein, but no grain.
Okay.
Like potatoes or, you know,
Right.
a white vegetable and, you know. Do I need to start adding grain?
This is kind of like a visual to kind of shoot for it, But like I said, if you don't have a slice of bread at lunchtime,
I mean, we could also have a slice of bread, but I like that don't eat it.
right. And then under grains, you could put a starchy vegetable there instead.
And the potato.
Yeah.
So I have potato here.
Yeah, you could do potato and green vegetables later.
Okay, so you call potato a grain?
No, it's a starchy vegetable, but sometimes people will put a starchy vegetable in place of a grain.
That's what happens at our cost.
Yeah, and that's okay. You want some more? Anybody else?
Well, some happy.
Yeah. So this is basically a guideline to help you, make sure you're getting everything that you need to keep you healthy. So it's just a guideline. And like on the back, it gives you more information, so you can use that also.
So I was over here. Someone else had a question about, do you need all of these at everything else?
Well, you're not going to eat all of them at breakfast time. You're probably going to have a dairy, maybe some oatmeal and some fruit. But like I said, very few people have a vegetable at breakfast. I know you said you do, but
it's different cultures.
And even protein sometimes, if you don't want it late, and sometimes people
Sausage.
yeah. Low bacon sausage. But bacon, I think you have to put in the fat category because it's not as much protein to call it a protein.
Usually later, we have a lunch, breakfast, you buy it, the other entertainment, you buy it, because 95% breakfast, 25 is the evening, waiting, lunch.
Yeah, lunch, I mean, if you have a sandwich, there's your grain there. Tuna fish is your protein. And then if you put some tomato and some lettuce in there, there's your vegetable.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
So what we use substitute the spinach split things. I didn't know
Spinach?
Yeah.
You mean in the smoothie?
Yeah.
Well, I like kale, but kale is a little bit stronger taste, so that's why I didn't bring it, because I didn't know if everybody would like it, but kale is a good option. I mean, you can put whatever you want in it. You can even put peanut butter in it if you want some additional protein. So it's kind of like, yeah.
It looks like they
Yes.
roast cake, it's good,
Yeah.
they have a lot of special white yeah.
And I have another gift for you.
Oh, this particular day,
Yes, you can take it.
I would not regret it. Even sure, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you can use it as you can use it as a place mat too.
Nice, very nice.
we was so wrong. It's just coming in the that's my year one relaxing. It was nice. So I just went away and I said on my litter, I so the fire. That is good. It's a different thing.
Does anybody else have any questions?
What about avocado?
Well, avocado is sort of an oil. It's a good fat, and it has like 15 grams of fiber.
Sorry,
And
fiber.
yeah, it has a lot of fiber.
I was thinking the oil in the
Yes, that's good oil. Yep.
pipe.
I try to eat an avocado at least every day, a half of one. But the funny thing about avocado is you buy them, and all of a sudden they're ripe, and then they're not, they're in the spot. So you have to get it right away, you know. So I would just, my recommendation is just buy 1 or 2 avocados instead of a bag that they sometimes sell at the grocery store. But avocado, you can stick that in a smoothie too.
Yeah.
Then it probably makes it creamier and
Yeah. You know, a good recipe with avocado is add it with the boiled egg, and you can put some relish and olive oil, and so that's like an egg salad with avocado. It's very delicious. So I
Did that little fork clean like that. So yeah, just put that in very.
I think to put it in a spaghetti.
yeah.
It's very, that's so.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I hope it was helpful.